So let's talk about overall, very general, broad best practices for building a course. Okay. If you stick to these things, you're going to have a much less frustration moving forward when you're doing your course. First of all, the best thing, probably the best advice I can give for people just starting out, start small. Okay. Only do one hole, maybe two holes of the course that you want to build. There's a couple reasons for that. One is you're going to go through the entire process as part of this video series. And as a result of that, you will get a better idea of the entire process and you'll be able to make better informed decisions when you go back and do the rest of your course versus trying to do the whole thing only to find out that you just spent a couple of hours um, working on something, all 18 holes and finding out it's wrong and having to start over. Okay, that's not the best way to approach things. Another thing is if you there's a good chance you could lose some of your work, and it's always nice to only lose an hour or two of work rather than days or potentially weeks. Okay. The second thing is watch these videos, listen to the videos, then go back and do it. All right. So watch the entire video, one video, then go back and do if there's actions required with it. So don't try to follow and do things. I'd say watch it, understand, make sure you watch the theory videos, then do it. Other thing is, don't be afraid to ask questions on Discord. It's a very good group, a very supportive group. I'm going to have a section right after this, which is not necessarily how to ask a Discord, but how to gather information. Things like doing screenshots, creating looms. What is a good question? What is a bad question? And what I mean by that, there's no really bad questions, but how you phrase and the detail you provide can be bad, right? Don't be afraid to experiment. This whole process has been expanding. And only the reason this expands is because people try different things. So just because I show you a particular way of doing something doesn't mean you can't do it another way. Don't do things cookie cutter. Don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to break things. And then if you do break something, try to fix it yourself because that's how you learn. If something's not working as expected, just don't go on the Discord and say, this isn't working. Try to fix it, and that's how we all learn. Another thing I would say is starting out is back it up. Okay, there will be a section in the Unity area on how to back things up. I would suggest you do it at least every day. That way you're not afraid to screw up because if you do, you just go to your backup and you can get back to a known good state. Okay. And lastly, the way this community works and how it thrives is pay it forward. This series is a perfect example of that. I started and watched some of John Mayer's None to Done videos, which became a little dated. And so this whole news is an update to that. And this is my way of paying it forward. So all these people before me that did so much work and creating GSPro, the designer, the group, the community, this is my way of giving back to that community. So we would ask that you do the same. So when other people ask questions and you know the answers to them, or if there's something you can contribute, please do so.